For people who are subscribing to the channel, I wish to let you know that the channel owner is using his channel to troll people on YouTube and insult their religion. Thank you, Sinan Islam, for that wonderful advert for my channel. I'm pretty sure it will attract exactly the kind of people who I wish to have more of in my subscriber base. If I do another video describing my channel, I will make sure to include your comment in it. But anyway, as many of you have probably noticed, I have been a bit busy of late dealing with that fucking copyright strike. Once you have one of those, you're of course always afraid of another one that would potentially take down your channel for good. I've also been doing research into that Wikipedia nonsense and have also been doing other important things. Very important things. Look at these important things that I have been doing. But yes, over the time spent throughout the past few weeks, I've collected a significant amount of bookmarked articles and pages which I had intended to cover but didn't. So now I will attempt to just cover all of them in this video. I probably won't go in depth, but I will do my best to give a basic overview of what I am covering. Okay, I'm not going to spend much time with Vice Germany because, well, they make my brain melt. So let's summarize what they have been writing these past few weeks. The new Ghostbusters 3 trailer is here and it looks awesome, and everyone who doesn't like it is sexist. Henrik Broder is a asshole. AFD fans are making campaign posters and papers, and that's not okay because they are right-wing. It is not okay to make fun of people who make spelling mistakes. Forgive me, but I am not going to dive further into this crap. It's just so fucking vapid. And yeah, right now I really don't feel like wasting my time on it. Let's move on to something else. This week's cover of the Spiegel. Wir schaffen das offene Europa ab und riskieren unsere Zukunft. We are abolishing the open Europe and are risking our future. You know what, you fucking idiots? Europe's open border policy only applies for European countries. The Schengen era. It's agreements between countries within Europe. Agreements between countries like France, Belgium, the Netherlands, Germany, Austria, Italy, and Spain. Which means that countries outside of Europe, like Syria, are not included in this agreement. So they are not part of the open Europe. And then you have this nonsense from the Spiegel by Sibylle Berg. The rule of white men is not broken. Women are only used to hand over awards, and women are not seen as idols and people to be looked up to. That sounds boring. Yes, I also find it boring. Black people, gays, children, women, animals always are hunted and shot. What the fuck? The first lines of this entire thing don't make any sense. They sound like some weirdish SJW slam poetry bullshit. And then she keeps complaining about the fact that she recently had to give an award as a awarding ceremony to a novelist, who then talked about the novelists who inspired him, such as Nietzsche and Dostoevsky. She seems to be bitter about the fact that she, who apparently is a writer, hasn't received an award yet, or something similar, or that she's not named as someone who inspires other writers. Well, Frau Sibylle Berg, I never fucking heard of you. Once I've heard of you, once you've actually written something, because, you know, I've heard of Dostoevsky and I've heard of Nietzsche, but I haven't heard of you. And that itself pretty much explains why you're not mentioned. And if you're bitter about not receiving an award, maybe you should just write better books. You know, I actually really like Der Spiegel, because it is the magazine which, in an environment that is hostile towards gamers, published a title story gaming makes smart. It is a paper which writes social critical commentary, where, like, for example, exposing the arms deals made by the Merkel government, which openly demands that we should give asylum to Edward Snowden, and who, for example, last year exposed a corruption scandal within the German Football Federation, revealing that they probably paid bribes to get the hosting rights for the 2006 World Cup. But then, well, yeah, some idiot, some fucking moron at Der Spiegel probably thought like, oh, look at the success that these idiots at BuzzFeed are having with their vapid, pointless, brain-dead, disgusting, repugnant content. Hey, you know what? Let's make our own BuzzFeed, and let's call it Bento. And you know what kind of articles are written at Bento? Guess what? The new Ghostbusters movie trailer looks awesome because all the actors are women. There seems to be a somewhat steady decline in the quality of journalism in this country. We here, at least for the past few years, avoided the kind of vapid, horrible... You can see that I really hate it. I've really fucking hated that clickbait, tabloid, online bullshit journalism, if you can even call it journalism. But now it seems to be creeping into our media landscape. Okay, I again apologize for not going too much in depth over these articles. Yeah, because of the time constraints. But yeah, be assured that I will do my best to put up videos again more regularly in the near future. Okay, moving on to other videos. Yeah, some of you may have noticed that Cat Black has made more of her videos. She finished her weird series on White History Month. And yeah, I didn't cover any of them. And frankly, the reason for that is they're all the fucking same. I mean, what is there to say? What could I possibly say? I mean, is it an American thing to just constantly repeat your talking points over and over and over and over again? Do these people believe that if you repeat something often enough, it just becomes the truth? And why the fuck do so many people in the United States write stuff in capital letters? What's the fucking point of that? Anyway, I'm just going to repeat what I said about her first video, which is, can you imagine us here in Germany having a Jewish History Month? No, we don't, because no matter how horrible that part of history was, it isn't just their history, it's also our history. It's part of our country's history. And if we were to just segregate it and say, oh no, it's just their history, we would erase the possibility of learning something from history. And that is not what we intend to do. We intend to unify. We intend to have a common history and a common identity. And on the ground of that basis, we could actually rebuild a better society, or we rebuilt a better society. So no, having a Black History Month for segregating history, it's wrong. It simply is wrong, because there is no black history or white history. There's only history. Okay, let's move on. These Islamic idiots here, they have made another video. What they do in it, I mean, it's vapid bullshit anyway. All they do is complain about hateful comments that they got under their videos. It's not even worth really making a video about. It's just pure fucking nonsense. We received hateful comments. Well, guess what? Welcome to the fucking internet. Welcome to the internet. You know, if you put things on the internet, people will not just reply to you in a positive way. And besides, I recently found out that these idiots, they receive money from the Ministry of Education to make their videos. Yes, these Islamic morons get money from the government to make this bullshit. Nice to see that we're getting our priorities right here in our country. Very nice indeed. Well then, apologies again for not going too much into detail. I will be doing, well, the usual work again for the next videos that are coming up. And well, see you again soon.